Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Pep. I've got something very special for you today. It is a collaboration, and initially my idea was to reach out to some of my favorite reviewers on YouTube, people that I watch all the time, that I get inspiration from, that I get education from, that I get entertainment from, and some of these people do all three in one video sometimes, but with the greatest of sincerity. I just want to quickly thank the following people from the very bottom of my heart, and I'm sorry I'm reading this out, but otherwise I'm too worried that I'm gonna forget someone. So I need to thank very much for the time and effort they've put into this. Andrew, Arlene, Ben, Bob, Chad, Claire, Dan, Dave, Yana, Jason, Justin, Kristen, Lania, Lauren, Lex, Matt, Maynard, Peter, Rob, Sebastian, and Stephen. I think what's coming up is pretty special. I hope you enjoy. It is a long video, and I know personally myself that sometimes long videos are a bit of hard work, but this is so worth it. The theme of this collaboration is favorite fragrance discovery for 2017. I hope you enjoy, and let's kick it off. Thanks.
Aloha all, this is Bob, and I'm with the Sentinel. Thanks Pep, thanks mate, my Oceania frag head buddy. Favorite discovery of 2017, let's get to it. It's this one, Al Haramain La Venture. Past couple of months, this stuff is good. Those of you who have not tried this, I urge you. So there's my Aventus decant, a little bit left. I'm not an expert on Aventus, but I've worn this a lot. I used to like this a lot. The top though, don't like anymore. I had Insurrection Pure 2 that smelled great, didn't last. I gave it away, and the Zara one is really fun. I sold that off. I'll get another one. It's just a little hollow, I think, but this stuff is rich, and I liked it so much I bought up a backup bottle. It lasts and lasts. The way I wear it, I work up a little sweat, it comes back. So I am still discovering the greatness of this, and I'm happy I picked it up. So that's my favorite discovery of this past year. Just got this, and I like it a lot. Strong pineapple opening, but it goes its own way. Patchouli, mossy base, very nice. You become anosmic to it, just like Ashton said, and other people can smell it, I think, and you cannot. And so a lot of stuff coming out pertaining to Creed Aventus. So everyone out there, I wish you well. I'm eagerly awaiting your favorite discoveries, and like I said, if you haven't tried this one, you know, not the cheapest, but not expensive, I recommend it. So that's Al Haramain La Venture. Mahalo to Pep again, and thanks for having me on this collab. Tip.
Everybody, my name is Yana. I'm from channel Tamales, and I'm very glad to be part of this amazing collaboration, and I will share with you two fragrances that I discovered and fell in love with this year. So the first perfume that I wanted to mention is called Pink Patchouli. It is by a very talented and independent Germanish perfumer who is called Sven Pritzkeleit. So Pink Patchouli was the love from the first sniff. In the opening you get really beautiful, soft, spicy accord from pink pepper, and then the fragrance gets sophisticated with notes of patchouli, red berries, musk, ambergris, tonka bean, and powdery and woody nuances. So why I like pink patchouli so much? That is because when I apply it, it makes me feel so special and unique. This is very recognizable scent. That's where I think it can become really gorgeous signature scent. And it is unisex. It will be great on the men and on the women. It is very multifaceted and universal perfume that you can wear all year round. And for me, that is one of the greatest discoveries this year so far. So the next perfume that I also wanted to mention really quickly is called Rosarium, and it is by the Italian niche perfume house that is called Angela Champagne. So Rosarium is beautiful mixture of smoky, incensey, rosy, and also powdery notes. And the particular thing about Rosarium is that powdery accord doesn't come from flowers, it comes from carrot seeds, which are spicy and powdery at the same time. So this is very romantic and also mystical perfume. It is also unisex. It will be beautiful on the men and on the women. You can wear it when it's hot or when it's cold, and I really like this perfume very, very much. I think it is very unique, and I like it just as much as pink patchouli, I guess. So that is all from me, and let's move on to the next part.
Hi everyone, and hi Pep. Thank you so much for including me to be part of this collaboration. Now Pep asked me what is my favorite fragrance discovery so far for 2017, and without a doubt I have to say it is Le Désir de Siam from Dusita. And if you watch my videos at all, you know that I'm not a fan of floral fragrances, but recently I've been trying to expand my fragrance palette, if you will, and this one is a game changer for me. This is not your average white floral fragrance. This is an exotic floral fragrance. You have Chambaka, Frangipani, Ylang Ylang. It is a gorgeous, creamy, good enough to eat, beautiful floral fragrance. And I think if you also are not a fan of floral fragrance or the traditional floral fragrances, you might want to try this. It's definitely, like I said, a game changer, and I cannot wait to get a full bottle. It's so good that it has gone to the top of my list for fragrances that I'd like to purchase. So that is my pick, and thank you again to Pep for including me. See you guys later. Bye.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm your host Rob from the channel Rob With. My channel is based on fragrance reviews, and I thought I'd join this collab, and I want to thank Pep for adding me to this collab. It's pretty cool, and I can't wait to hear all of these discoveries that have been made from all the reviewers, and it's going to be exciting. So let me add my little take and some of the fragrances that I've discovered for the year 2017 that I'm super excited and happy to have in my collection. So the first one is from the Paco Rabanne line. This is no surprise to the French community, but this is new to me, so I really love this fragrance. And that is 1 Million Privé. Now 1 Million Privé, as you guys know, it's a different take on the original 1 Million. This is sweeter. This gives you almost like an apple pie, very cozy type of a scent. You know, check that out, pretty nice. Second one is from Ferrari, and that is Ferrari Red Power Ice 3. Now this is a flanker to another one called Red Ice. This was released in 2016 if I'm not mistaken, and this was pretty cheap. It's like 22 bucks for this right here, and this is a very nice, fresh, very citrusy, and it feels a little organic, not too bad. Light, easy to wear, somewhere along the lines of Dior Cologne, Dior Sport. If you like those fragrances and stuff like Atelier, I'm pretty sure you like this, and for the price, you can't beat it. So the third one and the last one, again from the House of Ferrari, is Ferrari Man in Red. Now this I discovered through another reviewer. His name is Joy M, and check him out too. He's a great reviewer, and I discovered this through his channel. I really like the way he introduces to everybody and to me, and I checked out the notes. I love it. It's a nice sweet gourmand. I can really see myself wearing this in the winter, and I can see this getting a lot of love for you guys that like stuff like Arrows, 1 Million, right along those lines of those sweet fragrances, you're definitely going to enjoy this one. This is like $25 for 4.2 ounce. So yeah, those were my discoveries that I'm super excited to have in my collection and happy to share with you guys. So thanks guys for giving me the time to show you what I discovered, and peace and Pep, thanks again, and peace to everyone.
G'day mate, Stephen here. I want to shout out Pep for giving me an opportunity to collaborate with him on this fragrance video. What am I doing here? I don't know. So yeah, here's the best purchase I've made in the year 2017 so far. So these are pretty much all Dior, well not all of them. Start off with Eau Sauvage Parfum. I wasn't do one fragrance, but I'll do 4 quite quickly. Absolute phenomenal scent. I bought a small sample of this, and after 2 wearings I realised I want to buy a bottle of this. Really nice. Such a strong, long-lasting fragrance. I get a good 10 hours of longevity out of this. Such heavy sillage. Great buy. And I try this IPA beer now. I have no idea what it's going to taste like, so quite nice. So the other thing I've bought is Aqua Fahrenheit by Christian Dior. Yep, and that's how you throw your bottle away. Yeah, so this is so good that I bought 2 of them. Well, I bought this one first and then bought a bigger bottle afterwards. It's fucking phenomenal. I need to spray some on my wrist. It's just it's beautiful. It's a very versatile fragrance. I do find the original Fahrenheit is quite versatile. I would wear it in summer with lighter sprays. The citrus in this just sets it off so much. I prefer this a lot more than Fahrenheit cologne. Like, that's a really nice scent, but Aqua is just phenomenal. It's spot on. It's such a good fragrance. I'm so gutted that it's discontinued now. I've bought these 2 for really good prices, and I have about 40 ml upstairs, so hopefully I don't have to buy any more now for 10 years or so, and then it'll be really expensive to buy. So maybe I should stock up while the something's plentiful, I guess. And yeah, so finally my best purchase of the year is Kouros Vintage. Yeah, so this is, I believe, like a 2005, so it's quite late on in the reformulations. It is a reformulated one, but it's kind of not as stripped back as the one without the metal plates, or metal shoulders rather. Yes, I mean, I actually paid less for this than my other Kouros is. It's pretty much full, so it's an absolute bargain. It's so dirty, it's also so clean. It's so strong, like from the first spray. I really get that honey now. I never really saw it, but I kind of do see the sweetness of Kouros, and I just love this stuff, guys. It's amazing. I'm going to be reviewing Kouros soon, I think, and I'll be probably doing reviews of the 2 separate ones, because it is true, like, they are 2 kind of different scents. They are similar, but the new one is different enough, I think, to warrant its own review. I think if I was to review them both together, I'd kind of be jumping in and out of the other one, so I'll just do 2 dedicated ones. That's it. So thanks, Pep. I really enjoy your content, and thanks for inviting me to be in this collaboration. Cheers, buddy. Take care, guys.
This is Maynard. My channel is called Undisputed Flagged. And first of all, shout out to Pep for having me on his channel for this collab video. I really appreciate that. So shout out to Pep and the Sentinel, this channel where you guys are watching me. So Mr. Pep asked me if, in 2017, if I add some fragrances, which I'm really loving so far. So I'll be shading 2 fragrances, and I'm going to try to do this quick because I hope there are more people, waiting on it. So first one is by Chanel, Allure Home Edition Blanche. I used to have this fragrance, but at that time I just wore it one time, and I had my cousins, visiting me. They always come and, go in my fragrances. If they like something, I just give it out to them. So it's been a year I revisited this and bought it, and I'm just in love with this right now. I love it. It's a little expensive because it's Chanel, so I have another one which I'm loving right now, which is by CK Eternity Aqua. This one kind of smells like Polo Blue, just a little better. Performance 6 hours longevity, 6 to 7 hours longevity. Seasons spring and summer. Both of these I'm loving right now, and I think that should do it. If you guys want to know about my fragrance journey, please subscribe. It's called Undisputed Fragate. And Pep, I really appreciate it.
Hey everybody, how you all doing? My name is Benjamin Daniel, and I got a special video here this day. This is a collab video, the first I'm ever doing with any YouTube reviewer right here in the fragrance community. And I'm doing this in collab with Mr. Pep, aka The Sentinel, all the way from Australia. Thank you, Pep. This is an honor and a privilege for me and a wonderful opportunity you've given me to do this collab video for you and with you and with other reviewers. So he said he wanted to do a collab video on some of the best discoveries that fragrance reviewers have made this year. So there are many fragrances I discovered this year in my 5-month fragrance journey. I haven't been doing this for years, just a couple of months a year. So basically every fragrance I have in my fragrance collection, they're all wonderful, all amazing discoveries. A few of them stand out to be some of my best discoveries. And so I want to touch base on just one today because I don't have much time, a very limited time. So I'm doing this with Mr. Pep. And I want to touch base on one of my best, awesomest fragrance discovery this year. And it's none other then Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo or Uomo. I know I'm pronouncing it a little bit wrong, so forgive my Italian pronunciation over there. So this was one of my best and favorite fragrance discovery this year. I have a whole bunch, but I'm going to talk about this one. This is a beautiful, sweet, aromatic, warm, spicy fragrance. To me, that's what it is. It has a beautiful opening blast of citrus and spicy, the cardamom and the pepper coming out. Now here's the most important part of this fragrance, and I know a lot of people will concur and agree with me. This is a tiramisu based fragrance. You get the sweetness, a very sweet tiramisu based fragrance, and you get some sandalwood and a whole another bunch of goodies in here. I'm not talking about notes or an in-depth review, just what this fragrance means to me. And now here's the weird part. I don't like tiramisu. I mean, I really cannot stand that as a dessert or anything with tiramisu in it. But when I first got this, and I tried it out and I got this as an online blind buy. I would never recommend it to anybody. No, don't ever do that. But I got it because it's very difficult to get something like this in the retail market. And I got it online at a very good price, blind buy. The first time I received it, I took a couple of whiffs and I sprayed it. Oh my goodness, that's it. That did it for me. Now, I based this fragrance on another reviewer, a friend of mine all the way from the States, Mr. Rob Whiff. I'm sure you know about him. And when he did a review on this fragrance a couple of months ago, he said something on there in his comments when I asked him, how is this? And he said his wife digs it and loves this juice on him, Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo. So I said, okay, fine. If his wife does like it on him, I'm sure my wife is going to like it on me too. So I went ahead and I got it, and I'm very glad that I paid the price for this. And whatever the price was, I forgot what I paid for it, and I just enjoy this juice. This is one of my most favorite, best discoveries this year in my fragrance journey. It's a couple of sprays on my neck, even on my clothes. If my wife just comes and digs her nose into my neck and you say, that's it. That does it for me. I mean, that really makes my day. So look into this beautiful, exquisite, sensual, masculine, gorgeous, elegant, amazing, delicious, captivating, sensual fragrance, Salvatore Ferragamo. Everybody take care. Have a great day. Pep, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I really appreciate this. And all the best to you and your channel and whatever you're doing out there. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
favorite fragrance discovery of 2017. Okay, yeah, I think I've got one. How are you doing, everyone? My name is Fragrance Matt, and I just want to say a big thank you to Pep from his YouTube channel, The Sentinel, for adding me into his collaboration. I absolutely love doing collaborations. I think they're great fun. You know, you really do meet some great reviewers along the way. I think, in fact, you know, collaborations are a great chance to see what, you know, people have picked for their favorite fragrances, and you know, you actually meet new people and you also find out new fragrances. So I think it's a great opportunity. So Pet, thank you so much for this, my friend. Now, the theme for your collaboration, of course, is to talk about a favorite fragrance discovery of 2017. Well, what's really unique about my pick is the fact that I've only known about this fragrance for like a week or something like that, and I purchased it today, and it comes from the company of Zara. Now, Zara are doing really well in terms of their fragrance creations these days. You know, they're really creating some amazing scents, like rich, warm, addictive. You know, that seems to be the one that's getting all the hype, and of course, it's an amazing fragrance. It deserves all the limelight, you know what I mean? So the fragrance that I've picked is a fragrance that I think is definitely on the same level as rich, warm, addictive, and I cannot believe this fragrance is not getting the talk and the attention that it really deserves, because to me this fragrance is absolutely fantastic. And it's actually intended to be a woman's scent, but I think that this fragrance is totally unisex. A man can totally get away with this, and I just had to go to Zara today to get it. Now I'm going to shut up and I'm going to show you guys my fragrance. Now, the fragrance that I've decided to pick for my favorite fragrance discovery of 2017 is a fragrance called Tea Wood by Zara. Now, this fragrance is absolutely incredible, okay? It has the note of tea, so I think if you like tea, you have to like this fragrance. But it's also absolutely incredible for the fact that it's got like citruses in there. It's got lemon, it's got bergamot. It's also got the note of Gaiac wood, and it's also got the note of Chinese cypriol, which is a very ancient Chinese ingredient, which is actually used in a lot of candles, and it's also used in a lot of like, you know, ancient Chinese therapy methods and stuff like that. So it's really actually quite a nice smell. I've actually smelled the ingredient on its own, and it's quite nice, and it's very dominant in this fragrance. But it's just an incredible fragrance. It actually reminds me of like China when you smell this. You can just imagine walking through like a monk monastery or something, and you know, smelling all the, you know, the aromas in the air, the flower gardens. It's just absolutely incredible, and the fact that this only cost me like £12 is just absolutely incredible. Like, it just smells so high quality, and I just can't believe no one's talking about this. In fact, it's so good that I've actually just managed to put a review of this on my channel. So yeah, like, it's an incredible find for me, and I really do hope that you guys can check this one out, because it is literally a great new creation from Zara, and it's definitely a new fragrance discovery for my collection this year. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Now, Pet, thank you so much for adding me into this collaboration. I really do hope you take care of yourselves. The same to all you guys out there. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Now on to the next reviewer. Bye-bye for now.
Salutations, friends, and welcome to the Sentinels channel. I'm Kristen from Beauty Mao. Hello. And I'm here to talk to you guys about my favorite fragrance discovery of 2017 so far. And I think if you're familiar with my channel, I don't know if you are. If you're not, totally alright. I do a series called Fragrance First Impressions, where I use it as an opportunity to dip into my already hundreds of fragrance samples I have lying all over my house and try things I normally wouldn't try. And one of the fragrances that I ended up reviewing ended up being a love at first sniff. It was fantastic. And it's definitely become a recent obsession of mine, and it's from Histoires de Parfums. It is 1899 Ernest Hemingway. This is a beautiful mix of juniper, cinnamon, black pepper, bergamot, iris, vanilla, vetiver, and amber. It's just, there's something like, it's very dynamic in the fact that it's like both spicy and kind of cool, and also warm and sweet. A beautiful marriage, and this is how I describe it. If you're familiar with Spice Bomb from Victor and Rolf, and if you're familiar with By the Fireplace, it's like both of them got together and had a beautiful baby. And that is this fragrance. It's all the best notes of each of them. I love the warmth that it has, the creaminess that it has while not being sweet. I love that it's spice and not spicy, and I love the brightness that it gets from the vetiver and the bergamot. And I think the iris ties everything together as well. Overall, it's a fantastic fragrance that I've just really been enjoying wearing and experiencing so much. if you guys watched the video, you know that I almost immediately purchased this like within a few days after testing it, just because it was an immediate reaction of, I need you in my life, you're so good, where have you been? This has been around since 2013. I just experienced it a few months ago, and I kind of feel like I've missed out on 4 years of wearing a fantastic fragrance because it took me so long to check it out. So this is my pick for 2017 fragrances that I've just been loving and discovered, even though I didn't discover it, it's been around for a bit, but I discovered it, and I've just been loving it so much. So I definitely recommend checking it out, giving it a whirl if you like spiced fragrances. If you like Spice Bomb, check it out. If you like By the Fireplace, check it out. It's a beautiful unisex fragrance that I think would work very well on anybody. It's very versatile, it's very good for the office, for class, for shopping, for dates, if you're going out and you want to smell like sexy and unique, but just everything about this fragrance is just perfect. So yeah, I could gush and gush and gush, and you guys know I talk circles around myself and I kind of go on crazy blabbering tangents, so we're gonna end this here and just know that I recommend to you guys 1899 from Histoires de Parfums as the fragrance so far that I've just been really obsessed with in 2017.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Delicious Delights. Okay, thank you so much first of all to Pep from the Sentinel for inviting me into this wonderful collaboration. I really appreciate it. I'm really loving your content. Please keep it up. I love it. Okay, so fragrance discoveries of 2017. I am very happy and humbled to be able to share 2 fragrances with you guys that are definitely worth checking out, in my opinion. They're not new releases or anything, but I just got my nose on them recently this year. And yeah, let's go with the first one, Slumber House Sedan. It was released in 2014. In a nutshell, it smells like a fruity champagne white wine, sparkling, bright, beautiful fragrance. It's absolutely gorgeous. The one thing that I like most about this fragrance is that it has ambergris in it, which lends a very nice salty character into this fragrance that kind of just totally enhances and wakes up the whole fragrance, making a champagne sparkling and even more so. So you guys definitely have to check that one out. And the second one I want to talk about is from the house of Les Liquides Imaginaires. It's called Dame Rosa. It was released in 2013. It's kind of along the same lines as Sedan, however, just a little bit of difference. It doesn't have any salty notes in it. It's a champagne-y pomelo pear fragrance according to the notes. However, according to my nose, it's more like a sparkling wine focusing on rhubarb and grapefruit with an absolutely gorgeous, smooth, woody base right at the bottom, and it's just the combination is absolutely delightful. I just love it so much, and I'm so excited to be able to share that with you guys. So please do check those ones out. Thank you once again to Pep for inviting me, and let's go on to the next reviewer.
Hey guys, it's Lex here, and a big thank you to the Sentinel for inviting me to do this video. So this is my discovery of 2017. Now I haven't really bought that much in 2017. I think this is more of a late 2016. But for me, believe it or not, this is a really good cheapie. This is Bleu Stratos. I got this, well, I actually experienced this when I was a kid in Aftershave Splash Bomb. Heard it referenced in TV shows and stuff, but never actually owned the bottle, so I got a bottle of the actual eau de toilette. I really dig it. You can have it for like a tenner, even cheaper, about £8 some places, but just really good. I just love the bottle as well. The bottle is no fancy stuff, just really simple. Bleu Stratos, eau de toilette, basic cap, which mine has this little line in it, this dent, which annoys the shit out of me. You can't even see it. It's just this annoying line that just gets in the fucking way. It's really annoying. It's just so basic. You know, the spray's decent, it smells nice, and the thing is, even though it's an older scent, you know, it doesn't smell that old or dated, you know. You could wear this just for snuggling up, you know, let it settle in, and people think, oh, it smells nice. It just smells like your standard deodorant, in a way. I actually really like it. It's lasts decent on me. It's cheap. I like the bottle. I was really surprised by it. I really didn't think I'd like it that much. I need to start wearing it more. I mainly wear it to bed and stuff, but and around the house. I need to start wearing it more outside, but I just really like this scent. For the price, I was really impressed. I thought this would be a really cheap piece of crap that would be like, oh, it's a knockoff of Paco Rabanne. which is one of the jokes I heard, Paco Rabanne, back of the van and stuff, but it's really good. And if you're wanting something a little bit different that really won't break the bank, I highly recommend you check this one out. It seems to appeal to a lot of people. It's got that sort of powerhouse macho vibe, but at the same time it's not super strong like Kuros or say Paco Rabanne Pour Homme that will put you off. It's got the vibes in there but not too strong, and I really enjoy it, and I think it's awesome. So yeah, do check this one out, and if anyone has, do tell us what you think, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you to the Sentinel for letting me do it.
Hi everybody, 860 Cologne here with my pick for the Sentinel's collaboration here on a discovery I had this year. Mine, without a doubt, is going to be this, and even though I only have a decant of it, this is a fantastic fragrance. This is Escentric Molecules 04. Fantastic fragrance. Wasn't too impressed when I first tried it, but I tell you what, it's become by far my favorite fragrance this year, and probably going to be up there in my top 10. Definitely going to have to get a bottle of this real soon. If you hear in the background, I'm in the middle of a show right now, so I just thought I'd do this, and I want to thank Pep for letting me be in this collaboration. Hope you enjoy us. Check out my channel, and I'll talk to you soon.
Hi, this is Leonard Smith from Sense Memory, and I want to thank the Sentinel for inviting me to be a part of this collaboration. I'm really honored and happy to do so. And the question before us is, what fragrance was a favorite fragrance discovered this year, 2017? It doesn't necessarily have to be one that came out this year, but a fragrance that you discovered. And for me, that would be by Floris, and it is Spencer Hart Palm Springs. Now this fragrance is a recreation of the kind of fragrance that was very popular in the 1950s and early 60s that one would find with the Rat Pack. The Rat Pack would be Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford. Who else was involved? Shirley MacLaine, the only female of the Rat Pack, and Joey Bishop. I'm not sure. Of course, I grew up in that time, and I remember being very aware of the Rat Pack and that exciting period in Las Vegas and Palm Springs, where Frank Sinatra had his home, and many of them had their homes, but his home in Palm Springs was kind of a mecca for the Pack. Anyway, this fragrance is just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and it is a spicy Oriental, and it's woody, warm, aromatic, citrusy, balsamic, and fresh and spicy. And it has wonderful notes such as lavender, sandalwood, amber, petitgrain, ylang ylang, patchouli. It is packed with some wonderful notes, and it just really is a sophisticated and special fragrance. So there you have my favorite find of 2017. Cheers.
All right, guys, what is going on? My name is Jay Copeland. I'm with the channel Stay Fresh Productions. Thank you, Pep, for having me be a part of this collaboration. It's truly an honor because I am very excited to bring you guys my favorite fragrance discovery for this year so far. And this is not a new fragrance. It came out almost 10 years ago in 2009, and it's from the house of Parfums, and this is Luministe. I have a 5 ml sample. I actually just got this today, and yes, it has taken the reins as my favorite fragrance I've smelled this year so far. A close second would probably be Aqua de Parma's Colonia Essenza, but this is special. This fragrance was composed by Sidonie Lancesser, who actually composed a lot of fragrances that you might be familiar with, many from the house of By Kilian. Apple Brandy, Straight to Heaven Extreme, their newest release Black Phantom, Vodka on the Rocks, many others, also for other different houses as well. Very well-versed and talented perfumer. Oh, my goodness, what does this smell like? First of all, off the top, I get kind of a resemblance to Chanel Allure Homme, believe it or not. kind of that creamy sweetness that it has. But with this, you get a little bit more freshness and more citrus. I get a lot of lemon, I get a lot of gin in this, which is very much a primary note. I get a little bit of sweetness from tonka bean, and it's a little bit spicy. I think there's cardamom and nutmeg. So this really beautiful mix, great summer fragrance. Performance is not great by any means. Literally after 20 minutes, it becomes a skin scent, at least for me. But you wear this in the right situations, especially in the warmer weather indoors, this is going to be a great fragrance. Super versatile, I think. You could wear this casually, you could dress it up. If you've seen Coach Rob 619's channel, you've heard him talk this one up, and it's for a damn good reason. I gotta say, this fragrance is beautiful. It's fairly unique. So I'm gonna be wearing the crap out of this. And who knows, a bottle might come. You know, it is a niche house, so getting one of their bottles is not an inexpensive endeavor, but we'll have to see. Maybe I'll ask for it for Christmas or something. This is such a gorgeous fragrance. Check it out if you haven't already. That is Luministe from the House of Frappant. Thank you once again, Pep, for having me. On to the next one.
Hey guys, Peter here from the channel Fragrance View. Thank you, Pep, for having me on. My best discovery this year is from the House of Matriarch. I did risk blind buying this, but I don't like blind buying, but I felt safe because I'm such a fan of Christie's work, and there is nothing in the whole collection that I don't enjoy. So I did go ahead and buy this. They're all fantastic. There's 3 in a set. They're based on Twin Peaks. Futures Past smells like a dark forest. I get cannabis, pines, woods, earth. It smells like a real dark green forest. Red Room is a cedar lover's dream. It's rich red cedarwood, a little bit of smoky incense. It's stunning. World of Blue is actually my favorite, I think. Honestly, I think this thing should win an award. It's just incredibly beautiful. And I'm not personally a fan of iris fragrances. This uses real iris, which not many people use because it's incredibly expensive. But it's so smooth and buttery and almost like velvet. It's mixed with heliotrope and blue lotus, and it's just stunning. It really is, and I'm so glad that I went ahead and bought this. I really hope this goes into the main collection so I can buy a full 50ml bottle. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. And I didn't ever think that I would want to own an iris fragrance, because like I say, I'm not a fan of iris perfumes, but this one is stunning. On to the next guy. Thank you, Pep.
Pep, thank you very much for the invite. So my discovery of this year or this summer, okay, this actually came out in 2015, and I originally thought that it was a new release of this year. It's from the House of Zegna, and that is Aqua di Bergamonto. Now, I'm not sure if it's from their upper line, because they do have a very expensive upper line, or if it's in between their designer line. It does have the shape of their upper line, but the scent itself is absolutely amazing. You know, so you got Aqua di Bergamonto. You get a lot of citrus with some florals and some bergamot. And the fourth note, I'm not sure, but this is just, whew, it is extremely natural smelling, nothing synthetic. It's absolutely a beautiful representation of a citrus. You know, super fresh, super clean. This is absolutely gorgeous. Please do check it out.
Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. Thanks so much for inviting me to do this collaboration. And the fragrance that I picked up this year that really won me over, that I really love, is Santal des Andes by Amarud. Now, I just did a review for this fragrance for Safthlarbon.com as a contributor, but this fragrance really excites me. And what it is about this fragrance that excites me is the absinthe note in here, which I'm a huge fan of absinthe and licorice and anise and things like that. So it was kind of a given, but you know, I had to sample it first, and I sampled the entire collection from Amarud, and the one that I really loved is Santal des Andes. And this is not all about absinthe though. There's also this fresh incense note in here, or fresh incense accord, and then of course it's got Mysore sandalwood. So there's a few other things happening. It's a bit spicy, it's a bit woody, but the woody note, the Mysore sandalwood note, is very creamy. And of course you've got this beautiful green absinthe note, just heavenly stuff. So I can't say enough good things about this one, and unfortunately it's a brand new brand, so probably not a lot of folks know about it. But if you can get your nose on this one, I highly recommend it, especially if you're into those like a green and absinthe and licorice and anise kind of notes, and because you'll quite like this one. And I've been trying to find, you know, fragrances with that kind of a note, and they don't make them quite often. I mean, brands will do one every once in a while, and so once you find your favorite one though that you like, definitely grab it, because sometimes, you know, you'll look for one that has a dominant anise note or a licorice note or absinthe note, and there's nothing to be found. But then again, there's one that just comes out that's really, really exciting and definitely worthy of owning. So if you don't know this one, do check it out. It's Santal des Anges by Amarud. It's a new brand from New York. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Hi everyone, thank you to Pep for inviting us on to his channel, The Sentinel.
Hello, thanks for having us on.
I'm Smurfy Girly.
And I'm Dan from Mr. Smelly.
And we're going to talk about the favourite discovery of this year, 2017.
Yes.
Okay, so mine actually might surprise some people. Is Aqua de Parma's Colonia Essenza. This is Dan's bottle. And I first smelt it when I first met Dan.
That's right.
And it was really strong, and I said it smelled like bug spray.
That was your first impression of it and me.
Yes, and that was almost a year ago now.
Yep.
And since then, Dan wore it on our recent holiday. I also worn it a couple of times, and I'm really, really loving it. I've completely turned around. It does smell a bit like bug spray and citronella candles to start with.
Because a lot of bug sprays do have citrusy things, because bugs are put off by those, aren't they?
Yeah, but if you let it dry down, don't just spray it 5 minutes before you're about to meet someone. Let it dry down. It really is lovely. It's soft and it's soft and musky and fresh and clean and very well groomed kind of feel to it. So I kind of want my own bottle now of this. I love it.
I'll give you some.
Thank you.
Right, so I was in Australia. There were a few options for me about my favourite find of the year, but I've gone for a really old fragrance, and this is Monsieur de Givenchy. This is the current reissue version. I think it's called the Parfums Mythique series. So if you're looking around online, you're going to see a box like that and the bottle like that. Now, really good, reasonable prices online. You won't see it in too many shops. It's an old-fashioned, I think it's officially a Chypre fragrance, but it's a little bit halfway between Chypre and eau de cologne style things, compared often to Chanel's Pour Monsieur, which I really like, but the current formulation, some people say not as good as the old one. I do have a bottle of an older formulation. There is a slight difference, but this is a really good reformulation, very close to the original. Nice, lovely citrus notes and some sort of herbal stuff, I think, mossy herbal note.
Yeah, it's an aniseed kind of smell there as
You
well.
even said mothballs.
Yeah.
But not in a bad way.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting sort of aniseed, fresh citruses, and lemon.
Right, so I'd seen Alania Smith unboxing on a vintage. That made me inspired to try it out. Blind bought a vintage one and then got this as a sort of backup, just out of curiosity, and I got a great price. If you like old school colognes, but the fresh end of the spectrum, not animalic or weird heavy stuff, very fresh 50s or 60s style fragrances like Dior Eau Sauvage, you might love this one. I really like it, so it's been a great discovery for me for 2017.
So on to the next one.
The next person, and thanks for having us. Bye-bye.
My name is Dave. I'm a reviewer with my channel Fragrance Bros. Thank you, Pep, for having me on. Really a pleasure being on your channel. So my choice for fragrance that really impressed me this year is this scent right here, and this is Escentric 04. I actually have a review of this and Molecule 04 from Escentric Molecules. Now, as I talked about in my review, these two fragrances are based on the synthetic note Javanol, which is a synthetic sandalwood note. The first one, Molecule 04, is entirely Javanol, which is actually really great by itself. And this one is Javanol with some grapefruit and some other notes in there. What I really love about this one is just fantastic. It just has like that something about it, that X factor that I just find that I love wearing. The Javanol really works with the grapefruit here, and it brings up kind of a tart sourness that is so mouth-watering and so fun to wear. I just love it. It's everything you want in a spring and summer fragrance. It's amazing. I was really impressed by these two fragrances, so definitely go check out Escentric 04 and Molecule 04. but my personal favorite is Escentric 04. Thank you again, Pep, for having me on. Really appreciate it. Now on to the next person.
All right, guys, if you have stuck it out and gotten to this point to see what my favorite fragrance discovery is for the year so far, to me, this year I have discovered more a fragrance group as opposed to a specific fragrance, but this particular fragrance really started that off for me. And up until this year, I wasn't so much interested in this particular group because I thought it was a bit dated, a bit old-fashioned, and not too unique. But when it's done well, it's amazing. It's such a pleasure to wear. And I'm talking about the fragrance group of Fougères, and in particular this one here, which is called Patrick by Fragrances of Ireland. Now this has been around for several years now, and it's also amazingly good value. I picked this up for $40, and it's classified as an Oriental Fougère, but it is just such a beautiful example of how Fougères can get done. This immediately get green soapiness, and there's a hint of the carnation and rose that's in this fragrance, and it's just so refreshing, revitalizing, masculine, classic barbershop. I mean, when I smell this, I immediately think about my grandfather's aftershave when he used to shave and splash whatever he was using on his face, and I can't remember what it was, but it does take you back. But this is done so beautifully. It's blended really well. It's amazing value, and it got me interested in other Fougères. And the other one that I wanted to mention that I've recently tried only this year is Amouage's Bracken Man. Now that's on the other end of the scale in terms of price, but boy oh boy, the quality of that, and for Amouage to come out with that type of spicy aromatic fougere, they have done it really, really well. So I certainly recommend that people try it if you're into that group of fragrances. And that's it for me. Thank you for watching this far. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, an amazing thank you to all of the contributors of this video. Everyone had a great contribution for their fragrant discoveries, and I hope you enjoyed it. And please check out all of their channels. Some of them, I'm sure that a lot of my subscribers are already subscribed to some of those guys, but maybe some of the guys with a few hundred subscribers, if you haven't checked them out before, please do. Thank you again, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.